O is the 15th letter and the second to last vowel in the modern English alphabet and the ISO basic Latin alphabet. History: its graphic form has remained fairly constant from Phoenician times until today. The name of the Phoenician letter was Ian, meaning eye, and indeed its shape originates simply as a drawing of a human eye. Its original sound value was that of a consonant, probably E, the sound represented by the cognate Arabic letter O to the first En. The use of this Phoenician letter for a vowel sound is due to the early Greek alphabets, which adopted the letter as O to represent the vowel. The letter was adopted with this value in the old Italic alphabets, including the early Latin alphabet. In Greek, a variation of the form later came to distinguish this long sound from the short O. Greek Omicron gave rise to the corresponding Cyrillic letter O and the early Italic letter to runic A. Even alphabets constructed from scratch, that is not derived from Semitic, usually have similar forms to represent this sound. For example, the creators of the Afeka and Olchki scripts, each invented in different parts of the world in the last century, both attributed their vowels for O to the shape of the mouth when making this sound. Use in writing systems. English equals, the letter I. Copyright is the fourth most common letter in the English alphabet. Like the other English vowel letters, it has associated long and short pronunciations. The long I. Copyright is in both is actually most often a diphthong. In English there is also a short I. Copyright as in fox, which sounds slightly different in different dialects. In most dialects of British English, it is either an open mid-back rounded vowel, E, or an open back rounded vowel, E. In American English, it is most commonly an unrounded back to a central vowel, E to A. Common digraphs include IOE copyright, which represents either or. IOE copyright or IOE copyright, which typically represents the diphthong, and IO copyright, IOA copyright, and IOE copyright which represent a variety of pronunciations depending on context and etymology. In other contexts, especially before a letter with a minim, IO copyright may represent the sound, as in son or love. In English, the letter IO copyright in isolation before a noun, usually capitalized, marks the vocative case, as in the titles to O Canada or O Captain. My Captain. Or certain verses of the Bible. Other languages IO copyright is commonly associated with the open mid-back rounded vowel, E, mid-back rounded vowel, or close mid-back rounded vowel, O, in many languages. Other languages use IO copyright for various values, usually back vowels which are at least partly open. Derived letters such as I paragraph I copyright and II copyright have been created for the alphabets of some languages to distinguish values that were not present in Latin and Greek, particularly rounded front vowels. Other systems in the International Phonetic Alphabet, IO copyright represents the close mid-back rounded vowel. Related characters. Ancestors, descendants and siblings th currency Semitic letter Ayin, from which the following symbols originally derive, II Greek letter Omicron, from which O derives, th 3/4 Cyrillic letter O, which also derives from Omicron, OO Armenian letter O, AMT set symbol, IPA specific symbols related to O, EEI Florin E micron, O with diacritics, AAAA paragraph AR cubed AR squared AACC angstrom E registered trademark EAAAE micron EAAOE angstrom AA. Micron CCOE. Ligatures and abbreviations angstrom Latin OE ligature, angstrom I florin in IPA vowel. Computing codes, one also for encodings based on ASCII, including the DOS, Windows, ISO 8859 and Macintosh families of encodings. Other representations. See also, oxygen equals O, O mark. References. External links, media related to O at Wikimedia Commons, the dictionary definition of O at Wiktionary, the dictionary definition of O at Wiktionary.